Take a deep inhale through your nose. Make sure you're in a comfortable position. And as you exhale, exhale through your nose or your mouth. You can even shake it out physically if you feel like you've absorbed a lot of energy and that it just needs to be released. Do whatever you need to do. If you need to stretch while doing this, if you need to lay down, if you need to step outside and come back in, just make sure you have everything you need in this moment so that you are not just receptive to the divine reading that is coming forth, but that you are fortified in this reading during and after. Taking care of yourself. Deep inhale through the nose, filling up the belly with warm breath, warm energy, filling it up like a balloon. Softening any tense or tight spaces in the body as you exhale and releasing them, whether it's in your jaw, your eyebrows, your forehead, your scalp, your cheekbones, your ears, your fingertips, nose, elbows, knees, feet, ankles, your sit bones, your stomach. Release your tightness. And allow yourself to feel into those places and spaces that hold tension, whether they hold it often or they're just holding tension and tightness in this moment. Acknowledge those spaces. Send love to those spaces. Send oxygen and your breath to those spaces as you take a deep inhale through your nose. Send compassion and grace to those spaces of your body as they are enduring lots and lots of things within you and around you. Exhale and relieve your body, relieve those spaces of the stress and of the responsibility of storing that stress. I'm going to do a couple more breaths here. Feel free to pause this if you need to go longer than I'm going. To focus my energy on my third eye with my eyes closed. It's almost like I cross my eyes a little bit to quote unquote look at my third eye, and that sends a lot of energy, cleansing energy to my third eye, as well as channeling energy to my third eye. It activates it. If you'd like to take this time to practice doing that. Set your intentions for this month, for this reading. Couple more breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale. 2 more on your own. Pisces, hello. Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. If it resonates for your Venus and your Venus, my fellow Pisces, I love us. We are the culmination of all the zodiac signs. So note that this is a general reading. If this particular reading does not resonate with you, that is perfectly fine. Don't try to make it fit. Go look for the reading for your moon or rising sign. And like I said, if it resonates in your Venus, right? We're going to pull us a couple of cards. I'm feeling like I'm supposed to shake it up with these cards in a different way than I did the other one. So, happy August to you all. This reading is for August. I'm going to leave that card out. It was very adamant in popping out. So she. Well, guys, geez. Well, geez. I've already pulled two cards, or they've pulled themselves. You have the Five of Cups in reverse and this Ten of Swords. Wow, okay. I have this, and this one came out too. These are separate. These two cards that came off to the side, they came out in somebody else's reading online. Before I get into these cards that fell out, I'm going to pull an ancestor and angel card. God, there's just a lot of... This is stuff that you might be in right now, energetically, emotionally, that you might experience in August, or that you might need to be clearing up in August. But this Five of Cups is like this stuck energy. You might be resisting transformation. Okay, the message from your ancestors and angels is High Priestess. Harness mystic power. Harness mystic power. We'll get into that in a minute, because that message from your angels and ancestors is how you will be able to get out of this emotional and mental distress, because it's looking like you are maybe a little all over the place, like just in your head about so much, and in your emotions too, and not quite knowing where to place everything. It's the woe is me energy with this Five of Cups in reverse. You might feel like you're in mourning. You might be in mourning. This could be from a loss of a loved one. This could be from a loss of a relationship. It could be a turning point in a relationship that you know is supposed to be shifting, but you're holding on to it, and you're resistant to the change and the transition that you are being called into. And the thing with that is it's self-deprecating. The longer you hold on to something that is not for you, is the longer your healing process is going to take, and you're transitioning into the life that you truly deserve. It's gonna take a little longer, because you're holding on to this thing that doesn't serve you anymore, right? So if you have another cry in you over this situation, whatever the situation is, let it out and release it. It's important to purge. Just make sure it is not rumination. I hope y'all can hear me, because I feel like this is the decibel I need to be speaking at, because it's touching on something very, Spirit is very, the angels and ancestors are very compassionate about you in this regard right now. Gentle. I just heard the word gentle. Because, baby, you've been hard on yourself. this Ten of Swords is like, like you are at rock bottom emotionally or mentally, or you've just like created scenarios in your head like of the absolute worst possible scenario. And again, it's like it's self-deprecating. It's Five of Swords. It's like you're almost setting yourself up for failure. But this butterfly, this transformation, it's wanting to happen. It's going to come. It could happen overnight. It could happen very well in this moment of acknowledgement. Okay? With this Five of Swords, I'm getting, especially with these 4 people in the back, are you starting a war with people who are not your enemy? Somebody is. My right ear just started ringing. Are you starting a war with somebody or somebody's who are not your enemy? Even if they aren't for you, even if these people are their friends, relationship, platonic or romantic relationship, colleagues, family, even if they are not for you, even if they are literally against you, they are not your focus, if that makes sense. But you might get a pleasure, a false pleasure or a temporary pleasure in hurting them, but that hurts you because that's not you. Right? So come from, and I'm going to pull one more card in a minute, come from a higher place, this high priestess energy. This is your power. When people talk about sensitivity, it's like it's a negative thing. That's your superpower. That's your superpower. Tap into that. Your sensitivity, the same way you can tap into your sorrow and get deep and dark into it, is the same way you can rise up higher than anybody and just shine and heal yourself and other people just by your ability to harness your magic and your power. Like almost out of thin air. That's the mystic part, right? Seemingly out of thin air. You have the power to not correct your path, that too. You have the power to direct the path in the way you have. Here we go. Because the 5s represent transition. 2 5s, and you got 2 5s. And a 10, right? 2 times 5 is 10. You have the power and the will to harness your mystic power, to use this sword, all these swords in your back. You have the power to cause change and shifts, and to really focus and direct your mind, your thoughts, your energy, your heart, your emotions, your spirit towards what it is that you truly want. Don't focus on and ruminate on the thing that you feel like you lack. It causes more lack, and it feels like shit. And you are better and bigger than that. Tap into your mystic power. And that is through prayer. That is through meditation. That is remembering who you are. That is in feeding your soul. I mean, God, if you need to detox from social media, talking to myself here, come on, somebody. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, if you need to detox, whether that's juicing, whether that is detaching from your phone for hours at a time in a day, whether it's social media or just calls and putting on do not disturb, whatever you need to do, get what you need to reconnect with your source, which is divine, God, Olodumare, spirit, love, whatever you call them. And y'all collaborate. They'll remind you of who you are, because you clearly already got this beast in you, this ability to channel your power and create the circumstance that you want. You have the power to do that. Don't be focusing on these people, whether they were or were not for you at some point. Don't even worry about that. This life you are living is bigger than anybody who ain't intended to be in your life anymore anyways. They were there for a lesson. They were there for a spell. But you are in this 5 energy. You are transitioning. And if they're supposed to be there, they will be. But don't wait for them or look for them to be there. It ain't about them. Let's see what Goddess has a message for you. You had 2 more cards that came out. Son of Wands and the 7 of Wands. I'm filtering my words a little bit per the audience. You've seen Poetic Justice. Maybe you have. What I'm getting is, I'm going to just say it. Keisha's character. She's talking to Justice. I know you ain't going to let no nigga make you walk all the way out to Oakland. It was something like that. Yeah, because Lucky had pulled off and left her on the side of the road. And so she housed up. I know you ain't going to let no nigga do this. That's what this feels like. This Son of Wands and the 7 of Wands in reverse. It's like he might be attracted to, y'all might be attracted to each other for the same reason. He, them, they, she, the pronouns, let them resonate with you however you want them to. I'm just doing it based on imagery, but absolutely whatever resonates with you, go with that. Please don't be stuck or trapped in the terminology. Go with what resonates with your spirit, because whatever resonates with you is what's right. Okay. Son of Wands and the 7 of Wands is like this big booty Judy. I don't know why I keep hearing that. Big booty Judy. This person might have been attracted to this person for the same reason that they were attracted to this person. Beauty, looks, right? Passion, sensuality. They're both wands. But you might shrink or something so that it's almost like you're shrinking so that they don't see how big you are, because if they see how big you are, they're not going to be able to handle you. And the only way that they're able to tolerate you is if you shrink. You ain't got time for that shit. Nah, you ain't got time for that. If the only way he or they can show up in their power is by taking yours or leeching off of yours and seemingly leveling up their own power through leeching off of yours, then that's a problem. And they not the one or the two. The goddess card that came out was Hebe. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hebe. Inner child. Rediscover the simple pleasures of life. Take the time to reconnect with your youth. So what you might find, and then we'll close out this reading, is that you are showing up in different relationship dynamics in a way that you did in your youth, as a little girl, a little boy, as a little child, like young 17, 27 in your youth. And that might be showing up now in the way that you present or the way that you interact at work, in platonic relationships and friendships, and romantic relationships. I said platonic friendship, same. It could also be how you show up to yourself. You have a relationship with yourself, and that is the most important one. So it's imperative that you tap into that relationship that you had and have and will build with the child that has always been in you. They want to be acknowledged. And so if there's some unhealed stuff, y'all, excuse me, I live by a military base, so you might hear planes. If there's some unhealed stuff there, that's coming out. And that's beautiful, right? That's a lot of the unresolved mourning, or just stuff that the agony, Pisces, that you kind of might live for. Some of you might live for it. It might be entertainment for you, unintentionally or intentionally. But if that is you, if that resonates with you, your joy is I'm hearing an obligation, like your joy is priority, and you will find so much joy going within, playing with your little inner child self, having conversations with them, treating them. My sister and I do this often. We blow bubbles. It feels good, and they're beautiful. I love the colors and just the feeling and the sensation. It's satisfying. I try not to eat candy too often, but sometimes I'll get a taste for something that I had as a kid, and it's like, little Marsha wants this. Or I'll feel a sensation, or something will happen that I'm triggered, and it's humiliating, and it takes me back to little Marsha. And so I will stop and have a conversation like, you guys, this what you need? Who we about to fight, sis? What you need? Who did it? I love cartwheels. I'm a sucker for a cartwheel. I haven't done them in a while because of injuries, but man, swimming, water, whatever takes you, it feels like a lot of this work, I'll just say this, a lot of this work is requiring you to go within. All of it is. To harness your mystic power and the inner child. That is your answer. If you're like, yeah, I've been stuck in this relationship, this is draining, or yeah, I've been mourning this breakup, or yeah, I've been fighting to be with this person who don't tend to show the same level of regard towards me. It's not as balanced. Reverse, start from the beginning and go within, and that will be your new propeller. That is your new starting point for your vibrational match. You get to shift what you attract at that point when you go in and start to do the shadow work and the healing and the giving yourself grace and compassion towards yourself. I definitely just saw shadow. So there's stuff underneath the surface that you're working through, Pisces. So give yourself some grace and some time this August. We might be kickstarting this in August. This might be something that comes up and triggers it, and it's like, okay, it's coming. Like, this is work I need to do. Or you might be in the middle of it, and this is just confirmation that August might be the summation of it, or it might just be like the rocket fuel that brings you up to speed and shifts what you attract into your orbit, so that you can start getting the things and believing the good things that come your way that you're worthy of. You can get all kinds of great things, and if you don't think you're deserving of it, you're going to sabotage yourself and push it away. So you need to work on believing that you are worthy and deserving of all good things that are ready and willing to come to you now. So if this resonated with you deeply, then I am offering a discount, $10 discount for a clarity card reading on these cards for $15. So you can reach out to me. You can pay through CashApp $MarshaMellow88. If you have more questions before you do that, by all means, email me, mellowneptunewaters@gmail.com. If you're like, bro, I need just a fresh, full reading for myself, personalized, email me, mellowneptunewaters@gmail.com. Or what's even easier is go to my website, mellowneptunewaters.com. You have a list of my services, the prices, and then when you're ready to book, just go into the calendar and book, and we will go from there. Go to my Instagram at mellowneptunewaters and follow my Instagram, my Facebook, and my TikTok, all at mellowneptunewaters. And then on the YouTubes, like, comment, subscribe, and then share if you feel like this Pisces reading resonated with you and you like, girl, I need to send this to such and such. Like, this is speaking to some stuff. Then please do so. Bless them with this word and the support that they might be needing at this time during this very ferocious lion fire energy that is happening in August. It's intense. I don't know about y'all, but for this here Pisces, it's been off the chain. All right, so love on yourselves, hydrate, stretch, breathe, get some sun, and get you some water, fishy. All right, get what you need. Get what you need. Get what you need. Do some cartwheels. Love on yourself. Smell some flowers. All right. Buy yourself some flowers. Just take care of you. Center yourself this month. All right, I love y'all. Stay dope.